Yo, what's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So I want to talk to you ladies out there, and I'm going to be talking about, what makes a woman a strong woman? What defines a strong woman? Now, a lot of times when you think about, a woman being strong and a woman, being capable of things and all this other stuff, people start to get into the whole feminism thing or being a feminist or, it starts to go in that direction when we're talking about strong women, and a lot of times when we talk about strength with women, women try to compare themselves to men or think being a strong woman is doing what men can do or doing what a man can do and stuff like that. Right now, this is the thing. A woman who's really a strong woman, right, is basically a woman who understands who she is and understands her strengths and understands her weaknesses. You understand? You understand yourself to the point where you understand where you're strong at and where you're weak at. See, a lot of times when you talk about strong women, women like to look at it as, well, I'm a strong woman, so I can do everything all across the board. I can do what a man does, and they're usually comparing themselves to men or trying to be like men and seeing that as strength. But that's not really what a strong woman is about. You understand what I'm saying? A strong woman knows herself enough to understand her strengths and her weaknesses. Everybody, men and women, have strengths and weaknesses. Do you understand? There are certain things that you're really good at, certain things that you're strong at, certain things that you know how to do well, and there are certain things that you're not that good at, certain things that you don't do as good as other people. And unless you know that, and if you don't know about those things, then it's going to be hard for you to be strong. So if you're a woman and you don't understand your strengths and weaknesses, you can't be a strong woman. See, the thing is, you being a strong woman does not mean, oh, well, I can make all this money, I can get this job, I can do these things better than this person. Or, a lot of times when you think about strong women, it's almost that whole independent, I don't need a man, that whole rhetoric. You feel what I'm saying? But the thing is, you need to understand yourself and understand how you are and understand your strengths and weaknesses. I'll give you an example. This is, a strong woman, right? Let's say, for example, you have a woman who is in a situation and, she knows that, hey, I can't handle this situation. And I know that this other person is probably better equipped to handle this situation. This other person could be a man or a woman or whatever. But this woman is saying to herself, right now I know that I can't handle this situation because this situation, it's like something that I'm weak at. It's something that I'm not strong at. You understand? So the thing is that she'll designate that for somebody else who is stronger or who knows how to do that, and then make that person be the one in charge of doing that thing because she can't do it. Do you understand? A woman who is weak will know she's not good at this thing and still try to do it just because she wants to prove to people that she's strong. She wants to say, well, I'm strong, so I can just do all this stuff. And then, she tries to do it and then it messes up. And then it's like, damn, what the hell just happened? But what really happened was, you wasn't really recognizing, where you were at. You weren't really, understanding yourself. And understanding yourself is part of you actually being strong. You understand what I'm saying? Because I'll even give a, even more detailed example. Like, let's say you have, generally you'll see sometimes how if a woman is really upset about something or emotional about something, she might not be thinking straight in a certain situation. Because me, myself, I always say that generally men make better leaders than women. I'm not saying women can't lead, but generally men make better leaders than women. The reason why I say this is because even if a man is feeling emotional about certain things, and not all, because other guys will, go off on this too, but generally if a man is feeling something, he'll still know how to separate that feeling from what he has to actually do to lead in that situation. But sometimes, and generally women, if they're feeling emotional, might not be able to see clear, or, might not be able to be an effective leader at that point because their emotions are taking over their body. It's taking over the how they feel in that situation. So what a strong woman would do is say, you know what, I'm feeling a certain way right now, so I'm going to fall back and let someone else handle it because I'm not at the point where I can handle it now. That's what a strong woman does, because she knows herself enough to know that in order to make the situation go where it needs to go, that she at this point is not at the point to where she needs to be the one doing it, because she knows, well, I'm not at this level right now to even do this type of shit. So, it's like, okay, let this other person do it. A woman who's weak is a woman who's trying to prove to others that she's strong, knowing she can't handle the thing at the situation, and then tries to go and do it anyway. And then the shit fucks up. And then she's like, oh my God, what happened? And everybody's like, what happened? Is because she was trying to prove her strength versus knowing, how to be a strong woman, and knowing herself and knowing what her strengths and weaknesses are, and knowing when to do this and when not to do this. Do you understand? A lot of times when we talk about strong women, it's just this ego thing. It's like, oh, well, I could do this and I could do that. I don't need this. I don't need that. And it's not about that. Being a strong woman is knowing yourself. Being a strong man is knowing yourself. You understand? But the reason why I'm focusing more on women is because in this society, we have this thing where, this whole feminist movement and this whole thing where women get it twisted, thinking, them being strong means that they have to, compare themselves to men, or that they have to do this and this and that. And it's like, no, you don't need to do all of that. Being strong is knowing yourself, understanding yourself, and understanding what you're capable of, understanding what you might need help on, understanding what is best for the situation. That's being strong. You understand? It's kind of like if I'm in a restaurant and somebody's choking. Somebody's like, oh my God, this person's choking. Is their doctor? Somebody that knows CPR or whatever. I'm not a doctor. I don't know CPR. I'm not going to say, oh, well, let me just do it. Let me just do it. I could do it. No, let's find the doctor, the person who knows how to do the CPR, whoever's in that moment that can jump up and say, I know how to do this. Let them handle that. I'm not going to jump and try to prove to you that I can do, handle that situation at the time. Designate it to somebody who can. You understand? It's the same thing when it comes to women. It's just that in this society, we've tricked women into thinking that, in order to be a strong woman, that you have to be like, well, I can do everything this person can do, what that person can do, and a man can do, and all this other stuff, and then we trick them into thinking that they're weak if they feel like they can't do everything. You understand? And this is why when, a lot of women, they get on this, strong and independent stuff. And it's just an ego thing because they don't want to feel weak. So they do these other extra things, instead of understanding themselves, understanding where they're at, and understanding what is best for the situation. See, the strong woman understands herself. The strong woman understands what she is capable of now, and what she's, weak at now, and what she might need to work on, and what is best for the situation at hand. That is a strong woman. Strength is not, sitting here and thinking like, you have to do all these things, and that a man can do, or comparing yourself to guys, or trying to be a guy, or trying to, feel like you need to take over everything. And it's not that serious. You understand what I'm saying? Strength is in understanding yourself and knowing yourself. All right. So that is it, guys. It's your boys, Mr. Locario. Hit me up at askmrlocario@gmail.com, and I will holler at you later. Peace. The truth is inside you.